What is happening, YouTube? Larry Keaton here representing Formula Golf, Granite Supplements, and LaCala Golf Resort and Spa. I just got done watching probably the best performance of golf that I've seen outside of PGA Tour, specifically Tiger Woods' domination status on any of these mini tours. I'm sure there's probably a record win for the 17-year-old amateur, wins by 8 today. So I filmed the final 7 holes. It's a great watch. Also, there's other compelling things in there too, with the low pro who finished second place and another guy battling for the top 10. So guys, stick around for this video. I think it's a good one. It's definitely a big time motivation to watch. It was very impressive, and I hope you guys find it impressive too. So let's get going. Okay, so we're here on hole 12. The leader is a high school student, amateur, in the red shirt over there. Hole 12 was playing a tee up, so it's probably about 95 yards. I think he hit it to about 3 feet. So we're going to join in here. I believe he is 21 under par. He's got a 7-shot lead. And let's follow him for the rest of the way, see what happens. This is Andrea Scaracino from Italy. It's for birdie. Started off the day, I believe, 5 shots back from the leader. And just barely misses. He's going to have to settle for par. Alright, here's our leader here to get to 22 under, about a 4-footer down the hill. These greens out here don't really break, so he can be pretty firm with this. He's also putting away from the Suez Canal, so that'll help him be a little firm. He's obviously putting very, very well, so I assume he's going to make this one. Yeah, he's very happy with that. Builds the lead. This gentleman in blue pants, I believe, is from Spain. He's at 13 under. Andre over there is at 11. He's having a tough day, even par. And he's got this for birdie. Very nice. Get him to 14 under, and I believe that's in second place on its tied with second right now. So on to the next hole, the hardest hole on the course. See how he handles it. So this is a 440-yard par 4. It's playing into the wind today. Got desert to the left and right. You guys have seen on my course vlog. This is the hardest hole in this particular 9. Didn't see it, but I guess I'm not too upset. Good swing. Going towards the bunker up there. Should be short of it in today's wind. Our leader over there actually did hit it to the left. He's in the desert. You're obviously allowed to clean up rocks and stuff in the way, so you usually get a pretty good lie in that desert. And he's got a really nice angle, actually. Andrea's in the bunker here. The bunker is about 295 to get past it. It's a big poke into the wind. I thought he would have been short. The other guy is in there. Fairway here, very narrow fairway. Very difficult hole. So I want to say from this bunker, it's about 175 yards. Big hit for the leader over there. He's probably about 100 55 yards. Okay, from about 165 yards away into the wind, probably hitting a 7-iron. Pretty high, drawing a little bit to the left, going to come up just short left. Not short left, but left. It's easy to do into the wind like that. So this bunker shot's very difficult. He's going to have to hit it really high over the lip, which means it's going to catch the wind, some spin. He's usually come up short. Very nice looking shot. Is high, going a little bit right, and just a little short. It's tough to get that one all the way there. So our leader Oihan, this is, to be honest, probably a green light for him. Oh, it's turning left towards the water, but it should land soft. Yeah, it's going to be fine. Okay, we'll go first. Have a lot of green to work with here. Probably chipping this with a pitching wedge. Really nicely done. So Oihan has to actually hit up a little bit of a false edge here. He's going to have to hit a little bit of a spinner. It lands on the upslope, check, and dribble down. Gonna have to wait for a spot to be put on that ball though. Perfectly played. It's going to be a par. Right in second place here. I'm going to hit a similar chip, but more on the top of the crest of the hill. Yeah, you can chip this in. Oh, he had a big noise right in the middle of his chip shot. That's tough. Tough break. About a 5-footer here. Very nice. These are the kind of putts you really got to dig deep on after getting distracted like that. Throws you off your rhythm. Very well done. He does a clean up here for the leader. Like that, no practice strokes, buckets. Great par save. I bogeyed this hole 2 days in a row, so it's nice to see how easy it is to make a par in this hole. Stick with filming the leader from this point forward. Shorten up the video a little bit, and also just put the focus on how he composes himself in these final 5 holes here with a big lead. It's an interesting play. He doesn't have to do this, but he is long. He's going to hit this driver here. It's a narrow hole, but it is downwind. I mean, you can just send this thing. I like the aggression, just pedal to the metal, no fear. The way golf's supposed to be played. Going right, there's desert over there, but there's also the other fairway, so if you sprayed it far enough, it opens up really nicely. We're off in, oh wow, actually stuck hit knee high in the bush. That's unbelievable. It's a good thing it's got a big lead, but damn, that's pretty unlucky, because if you end up actually up against one of these little irrigation things, you get a free drop if it affects your swing. So if that dropped straight down, he would have got a free drop. This will be interesting to see how he plays this. He should be able to at least advance it. Maybe choke up to the shaft. That's a little official. He's saying that the option is to take an unplayable in line with the flag back over this way, or he can try to hit it. I think he's going to take it. Not even risk it. Yep, be an unplayable. Taking this unplayable though, he can at least go all the way back to the grass. Probably give himself a pretty good yardage. You know, maybe something around from here, about the 80 yards range. His caddy just said, you know, bogey's just fine. So, I mean, it's a smart, wise play. No point in taking a crack out of that. Note at home for the kids, this is a very mature decision. I mean, it obviously helps when you have a big fat lead and you have strokes to spare, but that ball could have been hit out and actually could have gotten pretty close to the green. It would have been a really good shot, but it's something that, you know, people who are playing really well, they sometimes think they can just take on, and they go, oh, why not? Instead, you know, you just take the double bogey basically completely out of play. Put yourself in a nice position. And I have a sneaking suspicion he's going to make par here. His caddy's walking off the exact yardage. Final group, you got all the time in the world. Okay. About 80 yards. Plays quick. I like it. It's right at the flag. That looks so good. Yep, it's a dime. Maybe about 9 feet. Good chance to save par. Expect to see some emotion if this thing goes in. It's actually about 12 feet down the hill, breaking a little bit to the right. A little feeder putt. a little bit of chipping away. 3.5 feet. That is only his second bogey of the entire tournament. Right, stroke. Not a bad bogey there. Kid kind of reminds me of Roy McIlroy, the way he moves. It's a little cleanup for par. Alright, on to hole 15. Coming off a bogey, he's hitting last here. 380 yards, par 4 into the wind. Just needs to hit something around 240. Got a hybrid club here. There's water down the left, but the bunkers on the right do not come into play. They're only 210 yards to carry. Perfect. High draw, right down the middle. We'll give an update actually. He is at 22 under total right now. So he made the turn at 20 under, birdied 10, birdied 11, and when we came on, that was hole 12, and he birdied hole 12. So he is taking it deep right now. Gonna have about 125 yards into this par 4. I mean, green light special, the pin's just there to get a nice little tight draw in, land a little right, spin a little left. Bet you that's what he's thinking. Can I hit a pitching wedge? Overdone, a little too high. I will not be happy with that one. Probably the worst shot he's hit all week, my guess. But he'll get up and down, I'm sure. The bright side is he is chipping straight up the hill. It's almost like in a little bowl. I bet you he's thinking about making this thing. Maybe about 35 feet away. Straighten up that pin. Very nicely done. Tap and par, ho hum. Hits it out of position, makes things easy, taps it in. On to the next. 7-shot lead, 2 holes to go. He got done so fast, we got plenty of time. This is hole 17, it's par 5, 514 yards. Just bombs away, it's downwind. It's just like a dream tee shot with a 7-shot lead. So we'll get a good face-on view of his swing here. Down the right side, should catch the right side of the fairway, maybe the rough. Should have a little pitch in from there, probably 175 yards. Oops. Sorry, Andrea's hitting through me. Fun about following guys who are playing really, really well or on the verge of winning a tournament is just the mannerisms and how they walk and like the pace in which they move. It's very interesting to see because everyone reacts so differently, and you always know like the kind of people where that means so much to them, and the way, you know, the way they're moving, like the way this kid moves, it's almost like he's just another walk in the park. Just goes to his ball, immediately finds yardage, no thoughts, just bang bang. And it's very, very impressive to watch because he's a kid. He's like 17 years old, so this has been a lot of fun. You can learn a lot from performances like this because I don't think anyone's ever won on the Alps Tour by this many strokes. Got a chance to stretch his lead to 9 here with an eagle, so we'll see if he can pull that off. So from here, he's about 185 yards, maybe 190. He's gonna probably hit a 7-iron. Ball goes pretty far out here in this weather. Playing quickly, it's nice. That is flush. Great shot. Yeah, he's going to have a nice putt for eagle there. Super good divot. Okay, so Oihan, after hitting that super flush 7-iron from about 185, 190, is a 8.5 feet for eagle here. Stretches lead to 9. God, I want to see him make this putt. This will be sick. Should just go a little bit to the left. Right in his line. Perfect. Wow. 24 under going into the last hole. That is like next level golf right there, boys. So these two got this for birdie. They'll tap these in. Be a lot of fun to watch. I mean, this is next level world-class golf here. I mean, there's 120 pros in this field. It's got a 9-shot lead, and it's only a 3-round tournament. It's not like this course is particularly difficult, so usually courses that aren't very difficult, it's more difficult to stretch your leads like that. That means he's just playing just off the planet golf. I think if you put 120 PGA Tour pros out here, he'd be right there. I don't know if many guys are going to be able to compete with golf like this anywhere in the world right now. So this is a lot of fun. It's fun to watch, and I'm glad we got this thing on camera. See if we can finish off one more, finish at 25 under for a 3-round tournament. Final hole here is a 370-yard par 4. This course is very short. If you're crooked, you end up in the desert, but if you're hitting it straight, it's basically, you know, a wedge and putting contest. And I love it. He's sticking with the driver. Just gonna send this thing. It's a little bit into the wind off the right. All day I've seen him play like a little draw, like a high draw. So I think he'll just continue with that same thing. absolute piped right down the middle. He's going to have 50 yards in from there. Jorge Maisas here in the blue pants. He's actually in second place at 16 under, a full 8 shots back. Any normal week he'd be winning this tournament, and instead it's just kind of like a stroll in the park. But since Oihan is an amateur, he's still playing for first place money, so a par in this hole will net him I think it's like 6,000 euros or something like that, so right around 8,000 US dollars. So he still has a lot to play for, this par here. He doesn't want to be jumping down into a tie, but he did pump his drive, kept it under the wind. Looks like he's just behind the leader there, and I'll film the two of them finishing off, be the low pro and the winner of the Red Sea Classic. Andre over there got an unlucky break in the desert. You get a lot of good lies, but sometimes you end up just directly behind a little cactus or a bush. And it's one of the reasons why, if you're spraying it out here, this course is not that easy, especially if it's windy, but it's just like he's only 2 feet off the fairway, or at least from having a really good lie to he's going to have to lay up. I think he's got a putter out. Yeah, it's tough, man. Might be a little bit expensive because he's definitely in the top 10 right now. Hard to collect first place money. Nice low tight draw. Oh, it's beautiful. And it's a perfect shot. That'll secure that. So good tournament. Yeah. So Andre actually took an unplayable. He needs to get up and down to stay in the top 10. Bogey here, you'll fall to a tie for 15th, so expensive. Oh, that's got to go. Oh boy. I think that might have plugged in the bunker too. Anyways, final lead shot for our leader here. 70 yards. Sauce. Yeah. Shot. I think he hit that to about 8 feet or so. Finish us off in record fashion. It did plug, but it might help him get it all the way to the hole here. Gonna need some run out. Yeah, it's tough. You know, that's why Oihan's performance is so incredible, because just 1 foot off of the grass, you can get totally screwed. I mean, he only made 2 bogeys this entire tournament. That's really good. Go.
Yeah, great shot.
Shot. Yeah, you'll take that for sure. This will be an expensive bogey even if he does make it, but it'll at least minimize the damage. Okay, so 2 putts for Jorge to be low pro. If he makes it, he cuts the lead to 7. Settle for par. It's a great tournament. Andrea will clear the way. This is for bogey here. So well played tournament. So we're on the win by 9 for birdie on hole 18. Well done.
Super, mec, super.
Bravo.
Just perhaps the best performance on the Alps Tour right there. Wins by 8 with rounds of 65, 64, 63. Good job, man. That was really impressive to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. You know, if you're in high school, you got a lot of work to do. Us pros, we have a lot of work to do if we want to keep up with performances like that. But nonetheless, we will give it our best shot. Always remember, everybody, keep on grinding.